Hello, Gamma. Hello. I'll be there in a second. I have to grab myself something to drink. I'll be there in a second. Meanwhile, you can enjoy the great thumbnail, not thumbnail, great poster by Yixist. So let me get something to drink. And also, you can enjoy the music. So, I'm here. Give me one more second. Or 2 more seconds, or like minutes. People can join. Then we talk about our point presentation. But okay, I have to make the music a bit quieter. So, okay. Assets or minutes? So, I thought patch was next week, not gonna lie. No, Curry said last stream, on like last Pokemon All Chess stream I did, that it will probably will be released this week. And we have Sunday, so it's still this week. Here, on the bottom is the artwork designer, he exists. Do you think they will bring back Mega Evolution now that Legend CA is about to be released next month? Not soon, no. I think, as far as I understand it, Curry and Keldon want to make Mega like a very special thing. So not like previously it just being an evolution, but I think they wanted to make something special about it. But yeah, so not soon, but someday. Well, I could be wrong, and maybe they will do Megas in the next 1 or 2 months. But probably after Z and Z2A is released. So probably more towards the end of the year, even if this year. Because there have to be like a lot of sprites and emotes that are currently missing. I miss the time when you get Megalopani Miniature and just win the game. I mean, basically, yeah, that was fun, true. But basically, that's still possible with the other stuff. I've had a big fan catching you live for the first time. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Peebo the Peebo. What is a Peebo? Is it something special, or is it just a word you like a nickname you got? And also nice that you get to catch the first stream. Also an important one, because it's the patch rundown. Do you plan on playing Z2A live? Yeah, I plan to. Oh, it's a sort of P1, okay. Yeah, I'm planning to stream Z2A. Like next month, like the month October, will be I will be streaming Digimon Stories Time Strangers. Like, it will be released on the 3rd of October. I will be streaming that. And then Pokemon ZA will be released. When was it? Mid-October sometimes, like 16th or 17th or something. And I will be playing that as well. So my plan is to finish Digimon Digimon Story Time Story in like 2 weeks, and then before the release of ZA, and then play ZA on stream. Maybe out Megastones as a shiny item and have a chance of getting if you have the preview. I think, Monica, that's a very bad idea, but yeah. Would love to see your thoughts on Time Strangers, but I'll be holding it myself. Yeah, Kinako, yeah. I'm very, very hyped. I liked the demo. The demo was really fun. Before the patch was released, I started a new demo run again. So that I will continue off stream by myself. Really just like playing through it and doing different stuff each and every time. But this will probably be my last demo playthrough before the game is released, so that I'm not tired of the like first minutes, like the first hour of the game. That I can still enjoy it. But yeah, let's get to the patch. Okay, first of all, hello Roybino, and have you seen the new Megas? I have seen the Raichu X and Y. I think they look bad. I don't like them. I liked Victory Bell. Dragonite is fine. The fish, well, not the fish, the octopus. What is it called? Not octopus. The squid. Mega Pokemon also looks fine. Malamar, yeah, Malamar. It looks fine. But yeah, I think that's... oh, also Hawlucha. Hawlucha I think looks very nice, but it's just an Hawlucha in a fancier costume. But it looks fire, still. But yeah, let's get into the patch. So... welcome everybody to the patch rundown of Pokemon All Chess 6.5 Garden Party. The artwork is done by Yixist, as the previous ones, like the last 3 or 4 artworks. Looks amazing. You can see every Pokemon basically that will be added, and also the new mechanics and reworks, so we will see. Let's dive in with the changes to synergies, because the ground is getting a rework. The ground rework is ground Pokemon will dig a hole on your board between the stages, and they will gain stats based on the depth of the hole they are standing in at the start of battle. So, and also they sometimes will find items while digging. So every time they dig, they will find items at max depth, like 5 stages. Like digging the 5th time, which means after 5 stages digging, they will gain an item, including the Rusty Coin, the Nugget, and the Big Nugget, which are new items or reworked items. The Rusty Coin gives you 1 gold, the Nugget gives you 3 gold, and the Big Nugget gives you 10 gold. So this can be a huge economy swing. So that's very interesting, but the most important thing is this digging hole mechanic lets you pick Pokemons who can dig holes and other Pokemons who can stay at the already fully digged holes to gain more stats. So you have like very interesting stuff you can think of how to position. For example, do I position my strong units on an already digged hole to strengthen it for the next fight, or do I put it on another place to dig deeper, or dig a new hole? Where do I dig a hole? Is it smart to dig in the front? Is it smart to dig in the back line? Is it because do I want Burmy or Landorus in the future? So I would need to dig in the back line to get a good spot already for it when I obtain them. Or do I dig in the front line to get very tanky frontliners or like hard-hitting frontliners? So there is like a lot to think about. When to dig, where to dig, and who will do the digging. So it's only, also the holes are only on your side. So these holes are only on your side of the board, of course, because you can only put your Pokemons on your side. So in between stages, the holes will be digged. So stage 1, for example, you have a Swinub and a Geodude. Place them in the front row, like in the middle. Stage 2, like in between stage 1 and 2, they will dig 1 deep. So you have 2 holes there that are 1 deep. If you let them sit on the holes, they gain stats and will dig deeper when you get to the next stage. Or you can place them to another spot to get to let them dig other holes somewhere else. So you can decide where the holes are based on your ground Pokemon's position. So positioning is very, very important. What happens if you get rid of ground synergy? Do you lose the holes or keep them? As far as I know, you keep them. Because there is no reason for you to lose them. So you will keep them, the holes, I think. So as soon as you dig the holes, they will stay, but you will not gain stat boosts if you don't have ground in. So yeah, exactly. It will reward you for letting your Pokemon sit on a spot for a longer time. With like items, for example, the coins, or like getting coins. There are also other items that we will get to later on the next slide, to be honest, to be exact, and with stats. So you have ground is now more interesting and not that boring anymore. So you still have like this ground feeling like before, like you have this stats gain which ground had before, but in a more creative and interesting way. And like I said, you can get rusty coins, nuggets, and big nuggets, but also synergy gems. Synergy gems increase the level of a synergy, but are unholdable. So you will, it can be that your Pokemon is digging, and after 5 stages, the hole is at maximum stage, and then you get a gem. And that gem will give you either fire, rock, normal, bug, flying, ice, water, steel, dragon, poison, or ghost. So +1 on fire, rock, normal, whatever. This is not a holdable item, so it will be on your left side where your components or your finished items are, or where the rocks are, for example. So you can't put them on units. They will be there. So you will just get +1 synergy bump. So that's very, very interesting. So yeah, that's very good for Groundomorphous, which isn't the only good thing for Groundomorphous this patch, because Groundomorphous does get another, yeah, I think another buff, or another thing that makes it more viable. A Pokemon, to be precise. Yeah, there are some possibilities that can be very scary, like Dragon can be very scary. Ghost can be scary. I mean, flying can be even scary. Poison can be nice. Normal can be fun. Fire can be fine. Water can be interesting. Steel could be nice now, because we get another Pokemon with ground steel, aside from Steelix. So there are a lot of stuff that can be interesting. Also, Bug can be very interesting. So, but this is all about ground. You can only get there through the you can only get these synergy gems with the ground synergy, or through a town encounter. The town encounter we will be talking later on. But we will get those through the ground holes, or a town encounter. But the town encounter we will be talking later about it. Because that's a good change. I think many of you would like, will like. I will not talk about it yet. So the next thing is, Flora also got a rework. So Flora was also kind of boring, even though people liked it, but it was kind of boring. So Flora Pokemon rework is now, every time a Flora Pokemon is KO'd, it gives flower pot blossoms. But every time a Flora Pokemon is KO'd, a flower pot blossoms and you collect mulch. The higher the star of your units is, so star count of your units is, so if it's a 1-star, 2-star, whatever, units give more mulch, which can be used to evolve your flower pots. So you get flower pots with different Pokemons that are special Pokemons. So they are, I think, random which you get. I'm not 100% sure, but you will see the ones you get shortly. And you can give them the mulch you get from KOing your Pokemons. It's rich mulch and amaze flower mulch. Amaze flower mulch, use it on the flower pot to permanently give max HP, 50 max HP and 30 ability power to the Pokemon inside. Yeah, it's like kinda like hedge Pokemons, but more interactive. You grow them yourself, so they are not growing by themselves, but yeah. They are growing by themselves, so you give them the mulch to let them grow. Unlike hedge Pokemon who grow over the stages. So this will only go, like, the Flora Pokemons are not Pokemons. You can't put the Pokemons on the flower pots. So the Pokemons on the flower pots are special Pokemons that I will show right now. But yeah, this mulch will get you will get them in your item bar, like at the sides, and you will give them. And the Pokemons are also at the side, where they're like underneath the trees, basically, or where the trees are at, like on the side. Yeah, you oh yeah, it's not random. Yeah, it's not random. It's not random who you get. You get Hoppip, Bellsprout, Chikorita, Oddish. I forgot to screenshot the Flora thing and the grounds synergy thing. That's something I forgot, actually. But yeah, now we get to the Pokemons. The Pokemons are Hoppip, which evolves to Skiploom and Jumpluff, obviously, if you give them the mulch. So Hoppip is no longer in the regular pool. It's a special unit now. Therefore, its stats were adjusted a bit. Then we get Bellsprout, which has also its stats, I think, adjusted, and also has a new ability. And isn't a hedge Pokemon anymore. So Bellsprout has the ability Ingrain now. Ingrain deals damage to all adjacent enemies and make them locked. Heal the user and adjacent allied Pokemon for HP. you see, adjacent allies now has a symbol, which shows, like an icon, which shows how adjacent allies is defined. You can't give them items. They can't hold items. They are extra units you get. Of course, Hoppip stats are kind of meh. And you have to decide which Pokemon you want to grow. So, Hoppip, Bellsprout are the first two. Then we go to Chikorita. Oh, I did Hoppip twice. Oh, I did Hoppip twice. Okay, I put Hoppip twice on here by accident. So you can look at Hoppip another time. There you got Bayleaf. Is the other option. Bayleaf is no longer a 2-cost unit, but it's a special unit now. And it got a new ability. The ability is Sweet Scent, which was an ability before. And Sweet Scent now also reduces the speed of Pokemons by 12. Which also scales with AP. So this, like Meganium, the Chikorita line Meganium, is a very, very good debuff unit. Like a very supportive unit. It decreases special defense, it increases the speed. And it infatuates your opponents. So that's a very, very strong supportive unit. So this is a very good unit. I think. It's very, very supportive, very good. Because you can't put items on it, on Bailey, like the Pokemons, it doesn't matter. It's the AP scannings do not matter by with these Pokemons, but very, very nice. And now we get to the last one. It's Oddish. Oddish, Gloom, and Vineplume. Now all have, like, I don't know if they had Stunspore before, but they are the last Pokemon you get. They are basically the same as before. Like, they are still the special units. And so on and so forth. And you can also get Blossom. You can get Blossom through evolution through Gloom. So Vineplume and Blossom are now two different Pokemon. Like, different Pokemon lines, as far as I know. We can get either Vineplume or Blossom, I think. So those are the changes to Flora Synergy. I think it's very, very fun. Because you can grow your own Pokemons, you can decide which one is the better one. So that's very, very, very nice. Also, Blossom's ability was changed to dealing damage around itself, to adjacent enemies, and not to enemies like not scanning with like ranged or something. So yeah. Yeah, Blossom moves is only 10 PP. I mean, it's only 30 special damage. But also it's hard to get, as far as I know. It is very, very hard to get. So it's a very hard payoff. You have to find out yourself, but it's like very, very hard to get to Blossom compared to the rest. So I don't know how strong it is, really. So it's your payoff, basically. So you get the Blossom if you grow all the pots, which means after you grow all the pots, you have it. So like I said, it's very hard to get. So if you get everything, that's very, very crazy. So you should be like Flora 3 to 5. No, like you need to be Flora 5. I think Flora 5 is still the maximum. And you need to have every Pokemon evolved. Like you need a Vileplume, you need a Meganium, you need a Jumpluff, and you need a Victory Bell to get Blossom. So you need every of your Flora Pod Pokemons to be fully evolved to get a Blossom. So it's not easy to get. Also because you get your mulch through your Pokemon's dying, you kinda need to sandbag a little bit every game, like every fight. So you need to lose your Pokemon to get mulch to evolve your Pokemons to make them stronger. So it's not easy to achieve, I feel like. Yeah, kind of sacrificing for early game for late game, or like sacrificing your mid game. Maybe, because if you get 6 Flora in, you just push for level 6, put your Floras in, or level 5, you put all your Floras in, let your Floras die all the time to grow your Pokemons quicker. And also grow like multiple targets, like having multiple targets and so on. So that's very, very fun. Yeah, it's like a kinda a different way of approaching Baby, basically. Yeah, I mean, like if this is like Baby, like you lose to get, like you have to lose kinda, or risk like losing or your HP to get your stronger Pokemons. It's like lose streaking like Baby, and this is like waiting to grow like Hatch, kinda. Like in, not exactly like the 8, but kinda similar. Let me get a drink. Oh, yeah. Also, thank you for the follow, Johansen. Now to the changes. Rest of the changes to synergies. Aquatic is nerfed. Stats duration is lowered from at stage. Wait, it was to 4. At 4, it's lowered by 10%, and at 6, it's lowered by 20%, which is also at 8. It's 70 instead of 90. This is significant. I mean, it's a nerf you kind of feel. So aquatic units do not feel like CC immune anymore. So it's a slight nerf to the synergy itself. It will still be very good, the synergy. So don't worry, it's still one of the best counter to heavy CC teams. But a slight nerf was needed. Fighting damage reduction of fighting is nerfed by 1 on all stages, and at fighting 8, the targets are thrown away at 8 hits instead of 10. I think this is a slight early game to mid game nerf, and a little bit of a late game nerf. As fighting units do get more damage, they will probably get 1 hit less in. So we will see how it translates. It's not like a huge nerf, only a slight one, but we will see how this works out. I hate fighting seeing nerfed, even though I think the main culprit of fighting teams being strong is not the fighting synergy itself, but human, like the healing of human, and like the strength of some uniques. but I think it's fine. Also, weather rocks are no longer collected during PvE rounds, so you can't slot in rock units in the PvE rounds to get your preferred weather rocks, which is good. It's a nice nerf. I think it takes out some tempo of rock. But there are also, like, rock gets a huge buff with a unit that is added, so I think that's totally fine. Now we get to the changes to the Pokemons and abilities. So first, the Pidoof line gets buffed. It needs the buff. The HP is increased by 10 on all stages, and the Roost sleep duration is lowered by 1. So Pidoof is, after casting its ability, it gets into sleepy phase for a second and goes back healed and can continue fighting. I think that makes Pidoof line maybe okay, but at least it is a better better unit now. It will stay in action longer or quicker. We'll get back to action quicker. It doesn't feel like dead weight, but because sometimes if you have it on your board and it's used its ability, especially in the early game, it's like letting its team like fight 2v3 or something, and it's just sleeping and then getting killed. So now that will be not that often the case. So it could be potentially a good unit. A Magnet Pull, the Melton's ability, or is it its ability? No, it's the yeah, it's the ability. And I will bring more rare Pokemon based on ability power and luck. So if you put more ability power or luck, or you put a lucky egg on it, probably the most useful item in that case. Melton will bring in more rare Pokemons. I think that's a nice buff for Melton because I've never seen it used. So maybe it's in consideration now to be used. The Pichu line damage, the ability damage is increased by 5, 10, and 20. The ability wasn't dealing a lot of damage anymore, and the slight increase is fine. I mean, last patch, or the last few patches, you could play, you still could play Alone Raichu or normal Raichu, but it wasn't as good anymore. And also, I think it fell out of favor. People do not spam it anymore, so you can slightly buff it again. So it's not that obnoxious anymore. Capsicid is getting back to 100 PP, which I think is very, very nice. There are so many fun comps with Capsicid, like Capsicid Tyranitar, the Curry Tyranitar, how I like to call it. So it's more viable now again. It's good. Capsicid also fell out of favor because of the nerfs. Now people will hopefully start to play Capsicid again and also experiment with it, because I think there's more to Capsicid and its ability than it is currently used for, especially if it's more consistent. The Duraludon line is also getting buffed. PP is lowered by 10, so it can shot through everyone again quicker. I mean, it already has like huge charge duration when casting its ability, so a slight PP buff is very appreciated. Make this unit feel not as slow as it is. Hello Curry, how are you doing? Yeah, I threw together PowerPoints after the patch was released. So every mistake I did is because I was a bit hasty. because I wanted to do it right now. So because it's the only moment I have time today, and I also didn't want to wait until tomorrow. So more changes, and I mean nerfs. There are a couple of nerfs this patch. Torment will be nerfed. It's a speed buff ability from Chimchar and Lotad, so it will be nerfed on stage 2 by 5, and at stage 3 it's 10. So it's kind of set for Lotad for the Ludicolo, but it will get some compensation for it later on. But the Infernape nerf is kind of needed. It was so scary from time to time. A 1-cost 3-star unit being like one of the better units in late game is not good. Because like you should be forced to switch, like considerately have like at least consider to switch out your 1-cost unit for a better unit. Now you might consider it a bit more. It will ramp up slower, so this makes Infernape weaker in the early stages of the fights. So it's quicker to kill early on. I mean, if it gets to cast its ability like 2 or 3 times, it doesn't matter that much anymore, but like the first cast isn't that strong anymore. Maybe the second cast isn't even that strong anymore, so you can kill it in the first 2 casts quicker, easier, because it does not get as much healing, because it does not attack so much, and it also not scales so much AD. So this is a nice slight nerf. That's good. Now we get to Cramorant. Cramorant was pretty strong. I think it was the strongest or one of the strongest unique Pokemon last patch. One of the reasons why Aquatic was so popular and so strong. So Cramorant now only deals damage to the target. So not on adjacent enemies anymore, only to the target. The damage stays the same. So it's 50-50, 55 at the target. And the chance of spawning Pikachus is lowered from 33 to 20%. So that's very, very nice. Someone said if you put range on Infernape, it doesn't matter to begin with. It does, because you have to use an item slot for ranged for the white lens, which makes that you don't have the opportunity to put like defensive items or more attacking items on it. So you have to use a item slot to compensate. So that's the trade-off with Infernape. So for an item slot, you make it ranged, which makes it easier to ramp up, but also doesn't have the ability to gain as much damage items, or like tank items or so. And it's more a nerf to, like, the ranged version was never that big of a problem. More the melee version was a problem. With the muscle band, assault vest, power lens, and so on and so forth. So also, further human fighting nerfs. Hitmonchan gets its defense and special defense lowered. Hitmonlee gets its attack lowered. And yeah, those are 2 other nerfs to human fighting. Those were like very strong units. They were too tanky and were dealing too much damage. So some nerfs. Very, very nice. Also, these nerfs only look like very small nerfs. But in pack, even small numbers can do a lot. Because you are dealing with 26 against 12, for example, instead of 28 against 12. So this is like 2 more damage. So it's more than you think. And also it's it nerfs their abilities, yeah. So Hitmonlee's ability is if its attack is higher than the opposing Pokemon, it deals more damage. So it's less likely to, or it's easier to make your Pokemon have a higher attack than Hitmonlee. And the same with Hitmonchan and defense, special defense. It's easier to kill now, and also with the ability. So now we get to Doduo. Doduo line is nerfed by 5 PP. It is also a unit that can get out of control in late game, because it's also a scaling unit, like scaling during the fight. It ramps up, so a bit more PP. Like a small PP nerf is good. Mantike isn't bouncing on it that much anymore. It loses 10 damage on each bounce. So that's quite a... I mean, it only looks like 10 damage. Doesn't matter that much, but 10 damage per bounce is a good buff. A good nerf, I mean. Losing 10 damage on each bounce. I think it bounces like 3 or 4 times or so. So it's losing like 30 to 40 damage with this. So that's a huge nerf. And Mantike was a menace. But there is also another nerf to Mantike. Because the sell price for Remoraid is lowered from 3 to 10, and Octillery isn't worth 10 gold anymore, but 7 gold. So that's another nerf to Mantike. So you can't also boost your economy even more. Which is pretty nice. The Galarian Zigzagoon line is getting nerfed. Galarian Zigzagoon's ability now costs 80 PP instead of 50. The same goes for the Galarian Linoon. The HP is lowered and the def is lowered. Galarian Zigzagoon and Linoon were very good units. I think they were kind of underappreciated by many people. Or at least people were not talking about it that much, I feel like. Even though they were like some of the strongest units last patch. Especially in Wild. And Obstagoon is also getting nerfed. Its tankiness, its defense, and its HP is getting nerfed. Obstagoon is still one of the best units, but it's also hard to get because it's a regional Pokemon. Final evolution, so it's a free cost, so you have to invest a lot of money to get Obstagoon. So it can be a bit strong, but it shouldn't be that strong. So those are good nerfs to Pokemons who are like kinda hidden strong. But the people didn't talk about it. They were rather complaining about Aquatic being too strong all the time, but there were the menaces. Also, Wild is played less and is harder to play force, I guess, with the Zigzagoon. But there are more changes. So Zygarde gets a new passive. Now Zygarde cells emerge from fully dark holes every second to join Zygarde, giving it 1 max HP each. When 95 cells have been collected, transform into Zygarde complete. Zygarde 100% HP is changed from 30 to 35. 300 to 350, I mean. So, during the fights, every hole you digged with your ground synergy, Zygarde cell will crawl out of it, go to Zygarde, and give it 1 max HP. And if your Zygarde reached 95 cells, it will be transformed into complete form. Also, Zygarde is a bit tankier now. Like the Zygarde 100% form. So, if you want to go for a Zygarde, you have to start digging holes early. So it's a very good unit in ground, in the new ground synergy. So you have to dig a lot, but also dig deep. To boost your Zygarde during the fights, and also for the next fight and the fights afterwards. So it's scaling. And when it evolves, or transforms rather, it gets very, very tanky and very, very strong. So I'm very hyped to test this out. How good this will feel, the new Zygarde passive. And also how this will look like when the little Zygarde cells will climb out of the holes and go to your Zygarde. Moltres has a new passive. It changes the weather to Zenith, which is very nice. So Moltres can actually benefit fire teams even more. And also it's a counter to, you can also pick counter, like pick Moltres as a counter against other teams. Because Zenith, if the Zenith buff, I mean, it will be very beneficial for you in flying because you have the Fletchinder line in your team. So that's very nice. But also in fire, it guarantees you kind of the fire, like the Zenith buff for your team, which is also very nice. Also, it's good to have it on a legendary unit, because you sometimes don't want to pick Soul Rock to guarantee your Zenith. Also, you can pick your Moltres in if you play Cherrim or something. So maybe. Or Sunkern. Because we get to Sunkern now. Because Sunkern line is changed. It's a rare unit now, and it's Grass, Night, and Flora. And Solar Beam is changed. Solar Beam deals now 25, 50, or 100 special damage to all enemy Pokemon in the line behind the target. And burn them for 3 seconds. If user is in the spotlight or if the weather is sun, deals double damage and restore 40 PP. So that's very good, because it's synergized with Zenith. Sadly, it's not a fire Pokemon anymore. It's now a light Pokemon, which is more fitting, to be honest. But also gives you more possibility for a Grass Light team or a Flora Light team. Because like Cherrim and Sunkern are both grass, Cherrim and Sunkern are both light fair Flora, and you got the Lunentis, who is grass light, so you maybe can go grass light Flora, even as a team. Also there's Xerneas, I think, who is also light in Flora, so you have some overlap there. And it's very interesting, I think, try and get Sunkern as a carry, to build it as a carry now. So that's a possibility I see. Then we got Flabebe now. Flabebe line now has 5 different colors. Their color indicates the first buds to blossom. This doesn't change anything about the Pokemon, like how it fights or so, but it has nice colors now. So that's very nice. So Flabebe is just looking nice now. But let me fact check myself, because I think I looked it up, but I think it doesn't change anything. But I will fact check myself for a second. Flabebe is... YouTube file name was Digimon. Oh, I changed it. It should be something else now. Thank you for the raid, Evolto. I'm just fact checking something, so let me get there. Flabebe. There, it's still there, okay. Yeah, it doesn't change anything, okay. Oh, it does change. Oh, Flabebe color does matter for the order flower pot spawn. Ah. Okay, so Flabebe line now has 5 different color variations, and their colors indicate in which order the flower pots spawn. So that's what it does. That's what I So it changes the flower pot's color. So that's very important. It's a nice gimmick, to be honest. So that's something we have to keep in mind. And thank you for the follow, Polyamorphous. And thank you. Oh no. Good night, Artie. Good night. Magnet Bomb. Magnet Bomb, I mean. The Magnet Bomb ability of the Magnemite line is also changes. All the enemies affected are also locked for 1.5 seconds. So, a Magnet Bomb deals damage, and every Pokemon to the target and adjacent Pokemons, I think it was, and now it also locks them. Or like two targets next to each other or something. But it also locks the Pokemons now, so Magnemite is getting pretty decent for the early game at least. So it's a useful unit now. I think a unit you like to run for some CC. Like for some extra CC. So definitely like the change. Also, it kind of makes sense that the magnetic bomb locks you in place. Because you're magnetized and stuck to the ground, I guess. So nice change. I also think it's looks kind of good, like kind of strong. Especially because Magnezone always was kind of good. But always lacked like a little something to make it really good. And I think this change could make Magnezone a unit to consider to roll for. And be very playable. So now we get to the reworks. Rework Ogerpon is now a legendary. Masks have new effects and higher base stats. Ogerpon loses its mask when its shield is depleted. So, those are things I forgot to look at. Like I said, I was a bit hasty with the presentation. So we look up Ogerpon right now. I overlooked this slide. And we switch to Pokemon Orchard for a second. Wait, there. So we switch to Pokemon Orchard for a second here. So Ogerpon Tier now upon casting gain attack for each adjacent enemy. The damage is the same. Wellspring now does healing and 20 PP to adjacent allies. Half Flame. Now upon casting deals 20 special damage and burn adjacent enemies for 5 seconds. And Cornerstone now upon casting gains protects for 2 seconds and flinches adjacent enemies for 5 seconds. And those abilities are obviously kept by the masked versions. And the masks now give... The teal mask gives 100 shield and 30 speed. And... It gets Flora, yeah. Also, yeah, Ogerpon loses its mask when its shield is depleted, so during the fight it loses the mask, I think it is. This gives Aquatic and gives 10 special defense. This is Rock and gives you 10 armor. And the Fire one gives you 10 80 now. It gives you extra shielding and like more shielding than before and extra stats, which is very nice because it always felt like kind of weird to not use, like to use them because it was kind of a wasted item slot. Now it doesn't feel that bad anymore, and the abilities are better. I think. Also, the stats are the same. Like of the Ogerpon with mask and without mask, stats are the same. So the stats will not change. So after the mask is depleted, you will not use combat strength directly. So that's basically a change, which I do like. Because it gives Ogerpon, like in its base form, something to do. It also makes your use of the masks like more situation dependable. Like you can change the masks and think about what to do with them. If you want to change synergies, or if you want to gain different stats. So that's very nice. I really like it. Oh yeah, the Manaphy rework also there. So the Manaphy rework is Manaphy is also a legendary now. So we go back to Pokemon Auto Chess. And we go to Manaphy. Yeah. Fiona is... Let's see, Fiona is not here anymore. Let's see if I'm correct. Yeah, Fiona does not exist anymore. So it's only Manaphy. So Manaphy was changed and it's looking for an Aqua Egg. So it has a new ability, and the ability of Manaphy is the user steals ability power and special defense buffs from their target and inflicts 100 special damage. The user status conditions are passed on to the target and healed for the user. So that's a very interesting ability, I think. It's very good against teams that buff themselves. And also it gains the buffs, so it's a good counter to buff teams. What is it? Xerneas? I mean, like, for example, Xerneas. It's not the best counter to Xerneas, but it's a counter to Xerneas. It also deals a good amount of damage, but the user's status conditions are passed on to the target and healed for the user is very nice. So you give your target, like your status condition, like locked, for example, or so. Give it to another Pokemon, like to the opponent's Pokemon. And yours is cleansed. That's very nice. And if you give... So that's a very nice thing. Its stats are, I think, similar-ish. But now if you give Manaphy an Aqua Egg. Before it was, you gave Fiona a Aqua Egg. So you gave Fiona an Aqua Egg to improve it to Manaphy. But now if you give Manaphy an Aqua Egg, it will evolve. It will not evolve. It will summon Fiona. And Fiona will keep its former ability. So you will be able to gain a Fiona with like the Fiona stats and the ability. If you give the Aqua Egg to Manaphy So you cannot abuse it anymore. Because it's a special unit, you also can't itemize it, I think. Or you can itemize it, maybe. But it's worse to itemize because it has, like, not that good of stats. Like, the stats aren't good. So even though if you can itemize it, it's not good enough, I think. Also, it's hard to get to. So now we get back to the rest of the presentation. Because there's even more to talk about. Oh yeah, about Chikorita line, I also already talked about it. The Sweet Scent is a new ability, and Sweet Scent was buffed. So it now gives, now it reduces speed by 12. So we already talked about it. I think it's nice. It makes Chikorita line into a very good supportive debuff unit, which really helps your team fighting. So very, very nice. So now to the next changes. Plusle and Minun types are changed. They are no longer Electric Fairy, but they are Electric Field now. Which I really, really like, because I think some people might be scared. Oh no, Raichu is, like, the Pichu line is buffed again, so Electric Fairy will be very strong again. No, there's no Plusle and Minun anymore. So it will be not that consistent anymore. But what will be more consistent is Electric Field, which I do like a lot, because Electric Field is very fun. Also, I think Field fits Plusle and Minun, and I think it might be... I mean, it not necessarily buff, but it changes the way they are played now. So I do enjoy it. So Electric Field, very, very fun. I do like experimenting with it, so nice. Sprigatito is no longer a Glass Flora unit. Grass Field Dark unit. It's a Grass Flora Dark unit now. And Sprigatito is no longer a regional Pokemon. So it's in the standard pool. So its ability stays the same. It makes Grass Dark not easy to access anymore. So that's what I really like about it. It's in a regular pool, so really do like this change. So you can... Oh, wrong. We stay here. So I really like this change. For Mantis, I lied a second ago. It's not grass anymore, it's Flora as well. So for Mantis, it's also Flora Light now. So the Flora Light strategy is very possible right now. Also, it's still fighting, so which kind of annoys me, because I want to play grass fighting with this guy, but now I have to do... I can't do that anymore, but Flora Light fighting is very interesting. But I think Flora Light is something that will come up way more often. Sprigatito is a plant now. I mean, it always was a plant cat, so it was always a kitten with plants around it, so it fits, in my opinion. I mean, Field also fits. I think both are good. Light Spot Blossom. You cannot Light Spot the Blossom, as far as I know. Because the special units, the Flora units, you can't place them on the board. They will jump at the beginning of the fight onto the board. So you cannot Light Spot the Flora units in the pots. So you have to Light Spot another unit. Like for Mantis, for example, or Xerneas. Lotad gets changed. It is no longer a water Pokemon, it's grass aquatic sounds. It got the major bee, the mirror bee, the mirror bee low going, so its PP is also lowered from 100 to 80. Which is very, very nice, so its sound synergy can keep going. Also, it's better to carry now. Also, you can play easier fit aquatic into sound, which I do also like. Or you can fit grass sound easier, which is also very fun. I really like those changes. Also, like the mirror, like I said, I like Lotad. I always consider Ludicolo. I also always associate Ludicolo with Mirror Bee, so from the Pokemon XD games, XD game, or like Colosseum. So I really like it. Really, really like it. Flavor-wise alone. And gameplay-wise, I think it's also very good. That's sound buff. It makes sound more consistent and also more versatile. So you will not always see fairy or normal sound, but some grass sound, some aquatic sound would be going there. All the water aquatic sounds team. So there is something you can do. Or is there maybe some grass aquatic sounds team that I'm not knowing of? So there are some possibilities. So I think this change opens the sound synergy to new, interesting combinations, aside from normal and fairy. So, furthermore changes. Gossifleur is now a regional Pokemon and not an ad pick anymore. Gossifleur, Gossifleur. Dynamo is now a common unit. C-Dot is now a regional unit and only in dark. So C-Dot takes basic some of Spirigatito's spots. Mudkip Line is now a regional Pokemon. There were already too many water Pokemons, so I'm glad we get rid of one of them. Like you already saw, Bellsprout, Chikorita, and Hoppip are now special category. And Nidoran female now only shows up in poison regions, so no longer in field. So that's very, very nice. And that Gossifleur is like accessible in regional is also again above 2 sound, and also for the grass sound idea. I think was Gossifleur Flora? Then maybe for the Flora sound idea, because why not? So there is like a lot you can cook with these changes. Also some of the like more boring stuff like Mudkip. I do like Mudkip as a Pokemon, but there were too many water Pokemons. And also too many ground Pokemons in early, like at one cost, so that's very nice. Now we get to the new Pokemons, but first I will drink something. Is Chespin finally in the game? Oh, you will see, you will see. So now to the one-course Pokemons, the new ones. We got Blipbug. Blipbug is a regional Pokemon. If I'm correct. And it's a bug psychic. It has decent stats for a common Pokemon, especially for bug Pokemon. So the stats are decent. Its ability is interesting. Its ability is Expanding Force. Expanding Force is the user gains Psychic Field or spreads it to a nearby ally. When its Psychic Energy reverberates on all allies in a Psychic Field, dealing special damage to adjacent allies. Enemies, not allies. It deals damage to enemies. So it gives to itself Psychic Field or to someone else. And then it deals 10 damage, bouncing between itself and every other unit that has Psychic Fields. So that's very interesting. I think it's very, very interesting. It looks like a very nice combination, because you give your team like all the stats and then like all the Psychic Fields, and also Psychic Field does buff your Pokemon as well. And then it bounces through your team against the opponents. I don't know how it looks yet, how like the ability looks, but I think it seems very, very fun. Also, Orbeetle is another bug flying Pokemon, or another flying psychic Pokemon, which is very, very interesting. So flying psychic, maybe someday it will be good, and not only okay. Even though flying Pokemons can, like the flying synergy, can do nothing at level 8 with psychic, but level 6 flying, 6 psychic can be good, maybe. But that's a very interesting Pokemon. I do like a lot. Now we get to the next Pokemon, which is Smolive, our little small olive. Smolive is in the regular pool. It's grass, normal, and gourmet. It has fine stats, nothing special. Its signature dish is olive oil, gain 20% dodge chance in the next fight. It's regional. It's a regional Pokemon, not regular. I misspoke. It's a regional. Thanks for correcting me. It's a regional Pokemon. The 20% dodge chance is very nice. I like it. Can be fun, I guess. But the most important thing is the ability, because it's a pretty good ability and synergizes with a lot of different stuff. Also with the Orbeetle before, as you will see. If user has no field, get grass field. Field effects in your team propagate to adjacent allies, then trigger an effect. So adjacent allies will also benefit from the field buffs of a Pokemon. So it's not only on themselves, the field buffs, also on other Pokemon. And then the following effect is also triggered. With a grass field, it heal 5% of max HP, electric field, gain 10 speed, psychic field, gain 10 PP, and fairy field, gain 5% of max HP as shield. So, like we saw previously, Orbeetle gives psychic fields to itself and other Pokemons, which will be propagated by Smolive. And this Smolive will also trigger, will also give it 10 PP, like to the Orbeetle, and to the Pokemon that it propagates the field to. So very, very nice. So that's very good. I really like it. The move AP stays the same. I don't know what you mean, which moves AP stays the same. But there, this Smolive is very good combination with like Blipbug, for example. I mean, there are also other ones like the other stuff. It's 5% for everything. I mean, it's 5%. If you give it AP, it increases. So if you give it a choice back, it will be 10% of max HP and 20 speed and 20 PP and 10% of max HP. So the effect is triggered based on like the amount is based on Smoliv's AP. If that's your question. Oh, it does not change. No, it stays the same. Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. It stays the same throughout the evolution line. Yeah. So during while evolving the Pokemon, it only gains more stats. But also something you have to consider is that Smolive has a very low speed stat. Like, it only has 25 speeds. That's very, very low. So it's like hardly moving. It's hardly attacking. It's so low. Like, if you give it, for example, an upgrade, it will not stack upgrade in time. Like, you have to give it raw speed stats. You can't give it scaling speed stats. You have to give it, if you want to increase the speed, you have to give it X-ray vision. For example. Or a blue orb, I guess. With an upgrade. You need at least 2 speed items. Like one other item with upgrades to give it more speed. Which is probably might not be the best use case of it. Or maybe it is. I will try it, at least I will try it with Deep Sea Tooth, Blue Orb and upgrades, or X-ray Vision and Blue Orb or something. Yeah, you have to protect the olive trees while waiting for field effects to spread. And I have to say, always protect the olive trees. Olive trees are very important for many cultures. So you should protect them. And shouldn't destroy them. And that's also reflected in this gameplay, I guess. But yeah, this can be very scary Pokemon. The longer the fight goes, the stronger it gets. And the stronger your team gets. So, at worst, Smolive is only healing your team 5% of max HP. And in the best case, it will give you tons of stats. If you have like several field Pokemon on the field, you can have like very different stuff. But yeah, it's very slow. I mean, it's an olive tree. Olive trees do not move much, and shouldn't be moved much. So up to the next Pokemon. We got Chespin! So, Chespin is now added to the game. Chespin is grass fighting, which I really do love. I love grass fighting, even though Lurantis lost its grass synergy, so that makes me kind of sad. But yeah, grass fighting change. It's now grass fighting. It's this one is a regular pool Pokemon. This one is in the regular pool. Yeah, this one is in the regular pool. I mistook the... Yeah. So Chespin is added as a regular unit into the pool. It's grass fighting. Its stats are kind of good. I mean, it has 28 attack, 23 attack, so the AD as a chestnut, so and 50 defense, which is quite tanky and also like a good bruiser. Its speed is kind of low, but that's fine for a bruiser unit. Its ability Spiky Shield Resting for 3 seconds. Units that melee attack the user gets wound for 2 seconds and takes special damage equal to 100% of the user's defense. When casting again before the end of the effect, throw spikes in all directions, dealing 30 special damage to all enemies hit. I think this ability is the same as Miraculous. I think Miraculous is the name, like the Cactus Pokemon, which is unique in the game. I think Chespin is a very nice early game unit. I will definitely try it. I probably would build it like very bruisish, like a bruiser Pokemon with like a muscle band, maybe a Pokédoll, AV vest, or an AV vest, I mean, or a Rocky helmet. Like any of these more defensive items. Oh yeah, Suicune and Cascoon do also have this ability. That's true. But yeah, I will try to build this as a bruiser. So that's a very nice tanky unit for the early game, I think. So to the next one. We got Drillbur and Excadrill. I love Drillbur and Excadrill. Those are one of my favorite Pokemons from Black and White. I really liked having them on my team, so I really enjoy them being in the game now. So Drillbur is ground and steel. Its stats are decent, it has a decent speed stats, the defense stats are fine, the attack stat is decent. Its ability is Drill Run. It charges through the targets like a drill, dealing true damage and swapping position. If there's another target behind in the same direction, immediately cast the ability again on the target, can crit by default. So Drillbur will drill through a unit, and if another unit stands behind that unit, it will drill through that Pokemon as well. And it will continue as long as there is like targets behind it. So it will drill through a line if it's possible. Its true damage is like kind of low, but it's fine because it can crits by default. So you can give it crit items and make Excadrill into like a menace. Especially with the stat it gains from grounds, or yeah, especially with the stat it gets from grounds. Can be a real menace. So I also will be stoked to try out this Pokemon if I get the chance to. Really like it. Also with the synergy stones you get from grounds, you might have a guaranteed steel bump. So you have steel active with Drillbur and Excadrill. That's also very nice. Really like it. Really like the design of the Pokemon. Oh, Tony, 24X. Are there any changes to synergies? Yes. I already talked about the changes. So if you wanna look at the changes, or me talking about the changes, you can go to YouTube. To the YouTube live stream and just rewind. And there you can rewind and see what I talked about, these changes. So, and let me drink something. So now we get to more new Pokemons. Silicobra and Sandaconda. Another ground Pokemon and a ground amorphous Pokemon. So ground amorphous really seems to be something you can aim for, or look for at least, with the new gem, like the synergy gems, and ground amorphous to be more accessible. So it can be quite good. So Sandaconda and Silicobra they have fine stats. I think there's nothing that piques my interest in the stats. The ability is Sand Spit. Spit sand at free enemy Pokemon in front of the user, dealing special damage, inflicting blinding for 2 seconds. So it's a nice, I think it's a decently tanky frontliner. You can put some items on it, but you don't have to. It has a nice CC ability, so even late game it does something without items. Aside from being a synergy filler, maybe. So the blind effect is always nice. Especially because you make your opponent's Pokemons kinda useless for a second or two. So really like the Pokemon, really like the design, really like that it's spitting sand. Really stoked to see how the synergy, how the ability will look like. But yeah, let's go to the next one. We got to Nymble and Glowkicks. They are dark bug Pokemons. They are again decently stated for bug Pokemons, and their ability is one of their signature their signature move, I think, X Kick. Leap to the enemy with the highest PP and deal special damage and burn PP. Has 30% chance to inflict confusion for 3 seconds. This is better version of Nary's ability, I think. Wait, I look up Nary's ability here because I think it's just slightly better version of Nary's ability. I mean, yeah, Benary does deal more PP, but I think they're getting confusion as well and dealing more damage. It's a slightly better version of low Pani ability. Also, the speed set is pretty good. Also, like having a bug dark Pokemon that can jump in, in bug, jump into the backline and steal PP from your opponents and confuse them, very cool. Or having in your dark team like a Pokemon that is copied, like a bug Pokemon that is copied, and have 2 of them do the same, like that's so good. Like even more disruption. It can be also it can't be a frontliner, but it's very good disruption in the backline for bugs, or very good PP drain for dark. Oh, Nymble is burn PP. Oh, it's just burning PP. Oh, it's not stealing, it's just burning. Okay, but it's still fine. Still good, I think. I still like it. So it lowers the PP the opponent has, but so it doesn't gain the PP. So it's still very good item, very good units. I mean, you could give it a scope lens for even more PP burn. So that's very nice. I like that Pokemon. I like the idea of it. I have to see it in action to actually say if it's good or not, but I like it. I like the idea. Now we get to another new Pokemon. Roggenrola, Boulder, and Gigalith. They are Rock Light. Their stats are like very tanky. They are very, very tanky. Gigalith is a tanky menace. And their ability is Rock Artillery. Throws rocks near random enemies, each dealing 20 some special damage, so it will throw rocks close to random enemies. So enemies have to run into the rocks first before they get hit. And it's also a 2-range book. It has 2 range. A tanky unit with 2 range, 9 attack. I think that's good. Actually, it has 2 range because if it's attacking someone and using its ability and casting like rock throw, so it rock artillery, it can shoot rocks in between itself and the opponent's Pokemon. So the opponent has to run through the rocks first. So that's very interesting. Also, it's safer to cast its ability. Like, because while casting, it will stand still. So if it's like a frontliner, it would just die while casting its ability. So like this, it will stay in the further back and can do its job. So it's of course a rock Pokemon, so it has a high defense and even a higher defense if rock is active, and it's also light, which is very interesting. So it synergizes with yeah, I forgot, Stonejourner, which is very nice. So you can put it next to Stonejourner and just gain 50 AP from Stonejourner, have Stonejourner as your protection, kinda, and shoot your tanky missiles at your opponents. This looks like a kinda interesting Pokemon. Like, there is good stuff you can do with it, especially like rock teams have like a fairly tanky, like pretty tanky frontline as well. And being a very tanky unit itself, it will do a good amount of damage. But it has the potential to do a good amount of damage. I like this design. I mean, I have to see how good it is in-game again, but I really like the design from reading it, just by reading it, but you have to see. I mean, it will throw the rocks near random enemies and not at random enemies, so I suppose the rocks will not directly hit a Pokemon. Or maybe it will directly hit a Pokemon, I don't know. But it will be dealing a good amount of damage. That's for sure. And I like it. I mean, having the potential to deal 200 damage with your ability at stage 1. That's crazy. That's like crazy. And also like the amount of rocks being increased and like the damage being increased. This Gigalith can deal tons of damage. Like, this is insane. Like potentially 1k with one ability cast. Without items. So, like, not itemized. This looks like a very scary unit, potentially. But I do like it. Let's see, next Pokemons. We got more Pika clones. We got Togedemaru. Togedemaru is Electric Steel. It's a pretty tanky unit. And its ability is Zing Zap. It rolls behind the target, dealing 90 special damage, inflicting flinch for 3 seconds. If the target suffers from paralysis, gain 40 shield. Togedemaru does synergize very well with other electric Pokemons, because electric Pokemons often paralyze. But also, it synergizes with, funny enough, with Pikachu line, I think. Pikachu line, because it paralyzes. Does it paralyze? No, it doesn't paralyze. Never mind. But it does synergize very well with electric Pokemons. With Steel, I don't know how much paralysis Steel has, actually. Because I never plays Synergy. But I do like Togedemaru. It looks fine. It probably looks fun when it rolls behind opponents, so I like that change. I like that ability. Then we get Pachirisu, the Vice VCGS winner. VCG, not VCGS. VCG winner. Pachirisu has a 30% chance to find a buried citrus berry after each fight. So Pachirisu will just gain a berry. Also, it has the Nuzzle ability, like the Pichu line, so that's seems like another reason why Nuzzle was buffed again. Oh, it does paralysis, so it does get synergize with the Pichu line. Okay. Should have read the other Pokemon first, I guess. But yeah, I like Pachirisu. It's electric normal, and it has like a high speed stat, so it can be very interesting. I don't know how you can play electric normal. I mean, there's Heliolosk, so maybe there is something you can do. Or you can play like something like in artificial. You can slot Pachirisu in because electric normal with a Porygon. So you have and Heliolosk, so you can play electric normal artificial or something. So there's that seems fun, yeah. So then we got Dedenne. It's a fairy electric Pokemon. It is like the middle ground of the other two. It's kind of tanky, deals a bit more damage, has a bit of speed. And its ability is Static Shock. It deals 70 damage, special damage to a target, and gains 30 shields per adjacent electric Pokemon, and heals 30 HP per adjacent fairy Pokemon. So this Dedenne looks pretty scary in an electric light fairy team. Like instead Alolan Raichu, you play Dedenne as your carry. Can be scary, to be honest. But also it has 95 mana. An odd number. But I like the looks of Dedenne. It can be scary, for sure, if people figure out how to play around it. But yeah, this looks kind of scary. What else do we get? We get more new Pokemons. It's Dunsparce and the Dunsparce. The Dunsparce are normal, ground, and flying. The stats are fine on both. They are very slow. But Dunsparce will evolve when its least 10 ground holds are fully dug and on board. So you have to keep digging, and after you dug a lot, you have the Dunsparce. And I think having 10 fully grown holes, like dug out holes, is like pretty quick to get to. Like digging one hole takes, like completely digging out one hole, it takes 5 stages. So stage 1 you have 2. So at stage 5 you have 2 finished. At stage 6 you can have another one. So that's 3 at stage 6. At minimum, so that's the minimum at stage 6. Then I think you can have at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think you can have like at stage 14, 13, 14, you can have Dunsparce evolved into Dunsparce. More likely around stage 15. So around stage 15 you have it evolved, probably. If you were digging before already. Which I would recommend, because just digging like a hole in the early game and giving you like a good item, like a synergy stone or like a synergy gem or something, can be kind of nice. Dunsparce's ability is Hyper Drill. It deals true damage that can break, protect, and dig deeper into the ground under the target, destroying any eventually buried items in the process. Double damage if target is already on a fully dug hole. Ooh, it's a ground counter. Dunsparce is a ground counter. So Dunsparce is a very interesting ground counter. Also, you destroy like the possibility of the opponent going ground, or if your opponent is going ground, is already playing ground, you can't just play in a flying team, for example, or in a normal team with ground. Which also, like in the grounds, in a normal team with Hippopotas and Dunsparce. I'm just saying, that's a good idea. Or you can go for even crazier teams. Or in ground flying, also kind of decent. Like flying, I mean, kind of decent Pokemon. So I really like it. It also getting through Protect is also very nice. I enjoy the design of the Pokemon. I think it can be very scary. Oh, isn't grounds 2 for the beginning good just for random coins? I mean, yeah, you need to keep grounds from stage 1 to stage 5 in at least. To maybe get a coin, or like to get... I mean, you can get a coin, or you can get a synergy gem. So... it's kind of worth it, yeah, to just slot in ground from the beginning and then play. And then look like later on what to play. But yeah, next Pokemon is Falinks. Falinks, troopers now have a 4% chance to show up in your shop, costing 5 gold each, up to 6 troopers. At the start of the battle, all troopers on your bench join Falinks press, giving 30 shield, 1 attack, and 1 defense each. Falinks is a fighting steel Pokemon, and the Falinks Trooper are on the right side. Are just small Falinks, Falinksy, that will go behind the Falinks and will join it in the fight. It deals a little bit of them, like they are not something special, but Falinks is pretty strong. It has good stats, and if you have like 6 Falinks Trooper on your bench, it gains 6 attack, 6 defense, and 180 shield, so that seems kinda good, actually. It needs some scaling, and like the 4% chance isn't that high, but it's good enough. I mean, 5 gold is also kinda but that's also stat boost for your Pokemon. Also, its ability is no retreat. Gain 1 attack, 1 defense, 1 special defense, and 5 speed per Falinks on your team. Troopers tackle target for 20 special damage each. So Falinks, when casting its ability, gets a huge stat boost for every Falinks. So in later stages, it's 6 attack, 6 defense, 6 special defense, and 30 speed per ability cast. In best case, which crazy. And also it deals 120 special damage with the cast. So if this isn't kinda good, I don't know. Also, it seems funny, to be honest. It seems very funny. And also fighting steel is very cool, because with like Riolu, you have already fighting steel Pokemon, so you can play it in fighting and or steel, and have like a link, possibly, between the teams, like between the synergies, and buff it. That's like very cool. Will the troops stay on the bench after fight? As I understand it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're losing 6 slots on your bench. That's true. Possibly you're losing 6 slots on your bench, but you gain so much stats. And so that it's kind of worth it, maybe. But that's another case of... you have to try it in-game to actually know how good or bad it is. But I do like the idea. I think it's funny. And that's That might be even more important than it being good. So yeah, I will try this out 100%. And next is the Buzzwole. Buzzwole is a legendary insect fighting Pokemon. It has a lot of attack. It has a decent speed. It is kind of tanky, and its abilities just bulk up. It increases its base attack and base defense by 50%. I just like Buzzwole. I think this is just like a very bulky unit, especially if you can copy it. I mean, in bug. With the fighting synergy bonus as well, that can be a menace. But it's one of the more like not flashy Pokemon, but I do like it. I do really like it. But it should have had maybe human. No, I'm glad that it does not have human synergy. Another fighting human Pokemon would be criminal. No, I like that it's just bug fighting. I don't want more human fighting Pokemons. Because there should be other there really should be other combinations for fighting to play. So yeah, I do like it. It's nice. Let's get to the next one. Oh, there, I'll change to the items. Okay, so first of all, Fake and Hey Apex. Let me drink something. Peck being another game where Buzz is a menace to society. Probably, yeah. Buzz, human doesn't fit Buzz. Yeah, I agree. Grass doesn't fit. Yeah, I agree with that. Even though it would be good, it doesn't fit. Isn't the update today for that day? What are you saying? The update is today, yeah. Like, the update is already out, so... This is for the current patch, which is out today. Synergy-wise, we have Pheromosa already. Yeah, that's true, but... having diversity is always good. So, yeah. Also, Pheromosa and Buzzwole are both... I think both are mosquitoes. Are they? Or something Or both are in... I mean, they're both parallels to each other, so yeah. So Buzzwole and Pheromosa are like parallel to each other, like the more feminine grass, like the more feminine bug Pokemon and the more masculine bug Pokemon. So it fits that they both have the same synergies, I guess. Yeah, but they do both are like more feminine or more masculine bug Pokemon. So they mirror or parallel each other. Or mirror? I don't know. I forgot which words it is. But yeah, one of those. What did you say, Fake? Odd request, but can I start calling you father? Why do you want to call me father? Like, father in, like... You call a priest father, or like you call your parent father? Or like you call your, I don't know, you sound like a father. Thank you. But I'm not a father yet, so... I'm not a father, so... And I think it will also take some time until I'll be a father. But I digress. Changes to items. Changes to items. Big Nugget is replaced by Explorer Kit. So Big Nugget you already saw is now an item you can dig with rounds, and it gives you 10 gold. Now there's the Explorer Kit. The Explorer Kit increases the chance of finding gold buried in the ground. So it gives ground synergy to your Pokemon and increases the chance to find gold buried in the ground. I like it. I think it's a more fun and more fitting thing for the synergy than Big Nugget was before for ground. But I do like it. I do like Explorer Kit a lot. Makes ground also more interesting. New items, Rusty Coin, Nuggets, Big Nuggets. Those are items we already talked about in the ground synergy. Rusty Coin, you can dig up those with grounds. Rusty Coin gives you 1 gold. Nugget gives you was it 3 or 5? I think 3 or 5 gold. I forgot actually. And Big Nugget gives you 10 gold. So very, very nice. Then we go to the next slide. Even more changes to items. Floatstone now gives you 10 speed. Black Augerite gives you 10% less critical damage. Smelly Clay now gives you 15% less chance to be poisoned. Also typo, you can keep it. King's Rock now gives 35% of max HP instead of 30, so nice buff. Really like King's Rock getting buffed. Stardust is also buffed. It gives 50 base shield instead of 15 now. So it's a more desirable item now. Also, it's a slight Turtonator buff. Or maybe not even a slight, maybe a bigger Turtonator buff. Shiny Charm is nerfed. Its duration, the protect duration is lowered from 2 to 1.5. Ability Shield no longer gives shield. Razor Fang armor break duration is lowered from 40 to 2 seconds, which is how should I say it? Kinda irrelevant in the item build Razor Fang was built in, because you already were critting 100% of the time, like all the time, like a 100%. So you had the armor break active every every auto attack, or you were refreshing it on every auto attack. But there's now the possibility that you can CC the user with Razor Fang, and the armor break will fall off, and you can be tanky again. So they have to refresh the armor break again. So there is more room to outplay it and to counter it in general. So that's a nice change overall. Even though, like, in the 100% crit scenario, it's in most cases it doesn't change that much. So another change, Rock Salt is buffed. It also gives 15% of max HP as a shield. So that's very nice. That's very, very nice. And Sweet Herb is replaced by Herba Mystica. Herba Mystica comes in 5 flavors. And the flavors give you field effects, which synergizes again with the Olive, the Smolive, and the Pokemon, the flavors are determined by the type of the Pokemon eating it. So Fairy Pokemon gets it gets a field effect. It gives grass field, electric gives electric field, psychic gives a psychic field, and others get Herba Mystica Salty, which I didn't put in here, but it does something as well. Herba Mystica, where was it? It gives rune protection. It gives during the next fight rune protection. So this gives like all the effects are obviously just for one fight, because it's food, a gourmet dish. And Herba Mystica gives your Pokemon Rune Protect for one fight. So a very nice change. I like it. I like Herba Mystica. It seems like a very interesting, very interesting dish you can play around, or you can theorize with. Also, it's synergized with Smolive, so that's always very nice. Having a synergy enabler as a dish. So yeah, we like it. Want to see it play. Maybe I will try, but I don't know. Permanent Rune Protection then. I mean, you get it for one fight. Yeah, you get Rune Protect for the whole fight. Like during the whole fight, the Pokemon has Rune Protection. And if you, like, your Pokemon will get the Herba Mystica Salty before every fight, or it will have Rune Protection forever. Like, as long as it sits next to a Pokemon. Gourmet Pokemon, so. But yeah, it's for the whole fight. Permanence, it's Rune Protection for the fight. So now we get to the changes to town encounters. Like I told you, Synergy Gems are not only available through the ground digging mechanic, but also during the Sableye encounter. Sableye will no longer try to steal your items, but will give you Synergy Gem. Or like give you Carousel where you can pick Synergy Gem. So that's very, very nice. Also, I think that this is very strong, actually. But maybe not. I don't know, but I think it's a very, very strong. I think this is a very strong change, and it will be very good. Yeah, I think we should clap for Sableye being reintegrated into society. This is why we built prisons, at least in Germany, and I think France as well, because we try to reintegrate convicted people into the society and not try to put them away forever like Americans, for example, do. So, and this is a success story. This is why we have prisons. This is why we reintegrate, socialize everyone. Welcome back, Sableye, being a proud member of our society. And now, changes to the gameplay. The speed set now also influences projectile travel time for ranged attackers. Now 3 tiles per second at 0 speed to 12 tiles per second at 300 speed. So, more speed now means attacking quicker. So this is very important because how should I explain it? The text gets to the target quicker, which means on hit effects will be will trigger also quicker now, because on hit effects only apply on hits. So a ranged unit with an on hit effect will now trigger these on hit effects quicker than before. This will not change for on attack, because on attack is every time they attack. But so they will not attack quicker, just the target projectiles will go there quicker. So I hope it's understandable. So on hits effects will be triggered quicker than before. Also, it probably will look smoother. Also, the projectiles are at the target quicker, so the damage is applied quicker. So very, very interesting and nice change. This will make also make like ranged carries a bit stronger, I think. But we will see how much stronger it makes. But it also makes like 80 carry type ranged champions like Ludicolo better. Ranked matches also, Elo ranges have been reduced to 3 ranges to reduce waiting times. There's 0 to 1099, 1050 to 1299, and 1250 plus. For the overlaps, the lower range is chosen by default, but player can choose to join a lobby of the higher range if they want to. This is likely a temporary measure that may be revisited in the future. Currently, there are problems with, especially with higher Elo lobbies, to join them. So to make more and easier to join lobbies, these Elo ranges are chosen, so you guys can join, especially high Elo players, way quicker, and have like some variety. I mean, if you are 1300 plus, you still have to wait, but there is no change, and there's like no way to change that because there are just not enough players. There are just like very few hundred people over 1300 Elo, so, and they are not like in very different time zones, so sadly this can't be changed. But for everyone under 1300 Elo, they should be finding like games all the time. So there should be no waiting time for you to get into a ranked game, unless you are 1300 above. Another gameplay change: Aquatic no longer increases curse delay. Instead, when curse status is cleared, the remaining time plus 1 second is stored in memory and will be used if curse status is reapplied again. I think this is kinda interesting. Which makes the Ghost Aquatic matchup now a bit fairer again, because last patch Aquatic, yeah, basically killed Ghost in the match. Like in the matchup, Ghost couldn't do anything against Aquatic with its curses. It basically killed the synergy effects, and now because of the nerfs to the duration, decrease of the sets durations, and now no longer increase the delay, and also that it's stored, makes the matchup more fairer. So you will not automatically win with Aquatic against Ghost anymore. So next to the UI, added unholdable, consumable, and removable labels in item descriptions. That's very nice. The only problem is Pokemon All Chess players are Pokemon player, and Pokemon player is every other gaming, like everyone in the gaming community, they can't read. They refuse to read. So you will still have questions about, is this item, can Pokemon hold this item? Can this be consumed? Is this removable? Blah blah blah. People will also ask the questions, even though the thing says in the description, but we have it in a description, which is very nice. I really like it. But there will be stupid people out there, and I think we should ban everyone who asks questions they can just get by reading. Reading is hard, yeah, but we have to do it. I play Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! In my free time, so I know what I'm saying if I say people can't read in gaming, especially card games. People do hate reading in card games, even though That's like the most important thing to do. Yeah, there's now a new tab in the wiki for the town encounters. So you can look at what the town encounters do and how they look like, I guess, as well. That's very nice. Added filters for additional picks, regional picks, Pokemon and evolutions in the wiki Pokemon section. That's also very nice. So you can sort and theorize easier which Pokemon to pick, which scenario you would pick which thing, and also can look up if a Pokemon is a regional Pokemon or is an ad pick. I like the change. I like always like more filter options, so that's very, very good. Added technical terms with descriptions and icons in the wiki and an ability description for adjacent in the same role in the cone. We already saw some of them, the icons. Those make it also more clear and visible what is meant by adjacent in the same row and in a cone. So I think the same with the first thing. People will still ask this, even though it's there already, so you already see it, but I will ban everyone who asks, who seriously asks, and is playing the game. Or I will at least scold them, or shame them, is it? No, shame them, shame them. So to the bug fixes, fix fairy splash enabled when fairy synergy is inactive. This was a bug I wasn't aware of, but I'm glad that's not there anymore. Hidden power abilities now truly make the user vanish. And no longer procs items like Shiny Charm or Max Revive. That's also a nice change. Human Synergy no longer heals on retaliation damage provided by items. That's a huge change because for whatever reason Power Lens heals human. Like Human Synergy got healed by Power Lens. Even though it wasn't in the description, I was confused by it, and no, I'm glad that it's not there anymore. So that's very, very nice. And yeah, Carrie, and you are the bad guy, yeah. That's true. And now to miscellaneous stuff. The amount of elo gained on the first games of a fresh new account is increased and progressively decreases down to the standard K equals 32 factor after 20 games played, which means there is a formula you can look at. I don't know exactly what it is. I mean, K is 32 factor, I guess, equals 123 minus 70 times logarithm n, which is the number of games played, I think, ranked games. So I cannot explain it to you. Oh, Kellen. Oh no, I put the formula in. Carrie, don't worry, I put the formula in because I figured people may ask about it, so I put the formula in. Because they would say, oh, what is the standard factor of blah 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 after 20 games? How does it work? There you can see it. So yeah, you can see it now. I don't understand it, but for every nerd, like math nerd, who understands it or wants to know it, here you have it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like the TLDR is maths will be less annoying because they will climb ranks easier, and their elo is adjusted to their skill level way quicker. So this is also like a good change for Victory Road because you cannot abuse, like you get a small head start still, but you can't abuse the system anymore of having a new account and stomping lower elo lobbies. So that's always a good change. There are new titles, Mole and Blossomed. Mole is probably for digging in grounds, and Blossomed for Flora. So I like get those synergies, those titles I mean. And that's it. That's it for everything. Is there any ability that targets ally enemy adjacent in the same row other than base Deoxys? There is the item Ability Shield, for example. Ability Shield does. I'm playing a game with ground right now, and it's very weird because the hosts don't stay. When you change regions to fight someone, the buffs disappear. Not when you change region to fight someone. Antonio, that's something you should do a bug report about. So I would recommend to you to just go to bug reports, see if there is already a report. And if there isn't a bug report about it, type 1. Because I can't do something about it. How can you do the bug report? You go to the Discord channel, and the Pokemon All Chess Discord channel. It should be linked in the description on YouTube. Let me have a look. Well, otherwise I will post the link in chat now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you go there and you scroll, go to the bug report. Then, first of all, you read how to write a bug report, which is the pinned thing, known issues to read before posting a new report. It is called. Read it, do your bug report like it is explained there, and then one of the devs will look over it. And it's common to have bugs this early in the patch. First, there's like a way bigger sample size, and some bugs cannot be found like by the devs or like a small playing group or whatever. Yeah, if you have, yeah, like I said, reports the bugs you see, please report them in the bug report channel, not in the discussion channel, in the bug report channel. So it's all easy to find. So please do that. And also, I will finish this presentation with thank you everyone for watching. I hope you liked the PowerPoint presentation for this patch again. If you have any questions, post them in the comments or in chat or whatever. We will see it. And we will see us next time. Bye-bye. So yeah, we finished this portion. Now we will go to Pokemon Auto Chess and play this game. End of the PowerPoint presentation. Yes, yes. You can discuss it first though. Yeah, I mean you can discuss the bug, yeah, but you should report the bug in bugs reports. Because it's so insanely annoying for the devs to search for new bugs in the discussion threads or like in the discussion channel instead of seeing it in the bugs section. And in best case, you would just talk about the bug Pokemons in the discussion channel. I mean, you can say, oh, is someone else experiencing this bug, but please report it. You can make a discussion about something, but please report it as well. Oh yeah, Cam, I overlooked your message several times. I'm sorry. I will read it now. I wish the Pokeguesser gave you some XP or some kind of points that will would let us open booster packs. I mean, that's something you can suggest as well in the ideas thread, ideas forum on the Discord. So you can go to ideas and post it there. And I think it's a nice idea, to be honest. I would also be also would like to be rewarded by playing like a bit of Pokeguesser from time to time. So yeah. We are doing one game. We're doing one game today. Let's see, news here. So I'm playing Ground or Flora in this one. Grass fighting? Oh, grass fighting is also a nice idea, but I mean, I play whatever. I mean, today is just it's basically presentation day, and the rest is, yeah, it doesn't matter, because today's video will be like today's video will be about I will be in the game from last patch, because I don't have time to get everything ready. If I play another game now and do the shenanigans, but today's video will be a game from last patch still. And I will cut down a little bit, like cut out some sections of the patch rundown we did right now, and I will upload it as well. But like in the evening. Hello, Alpha Soul. Hello, hello. Who do we got? We got Haseoa. Churbam. Churbam, you're trying to connect like several times right now. I couldn't. Ah. The devs will protect us. Chestnut reroll fighting is pretty neat with the right items. Ah, maybe, yeah. G de Sevilla. Suerte. I hope this wasn't insult, because I don't know what Suerte is. Probably hello. No, it's oh, luck. Oh, it's luck. So let's see. El Panico. Is our reroll nice? Yeah. How far can we get in grass fighting? Currently grass fighting is Shroomish, Chestnut, this little fella. Shroomish, Chestnut, the little reddish Pokemon, and Viridium. Not Viridium. What's the legendary called? Virizion. So it's only 4 bumps of fighting in grass, or 4 grass in fighting. But 4 is hell a lot. I mean, you can still play it. Oh, he's soon Lilligant. I always forget that it exists. Yeah. Soon Lilligant does exist as well, yeah. So, hello everybody and welcome back to another game of Pokemon Auto Chess. We pick this portal. This is actually like crazy good portal for us. We are on the new patch 6.5 and we have a lot of synergy changes. And we'll be looking at what we can do, what we should do, and what will be done for us, with us. So, what region do we are in? Oh, we are in the Smolive region, so there are new Pokemons. Obviously, new patch, new Pokemons. Smolive is a new Pokemon. Corfleur is now a regional Pokemon. So that's very interesting. We are in the Flora region. Another new Pokemon is Chespin. It's a grass fighting Pokemon. With the Spiky Shield ability. So that's also very interesting. We just buy everything. We do not buy this Chico. Okay, this looks like a lot of different stuff we can play. I mean, we have a Flora portal, so if we get Flora Pokemons, we might consider it. And there's Sprigatito. Sprigatito was changed. It is now a Flora Pokemon instead of Field. We keep our babies on the bench. So we have Sprigatito, who is a grass Flora. We have Chespin. So Flora was changed. So Flora, this Flora now. You get like honey pots that you can use. After a Flora unit dies, it gets mulch. You get mulch that you can use on the flower pots to grow your Pokemons, like your Hoppip, your Bellsprout, your Chikorita, or your Oddish. If all pots are fully grown, you get a Blossom and receive a Maze Mulch, which is also very interesting. Another thing is ground was also changed. We can look as grounds another time because I put it away. I think I would just make a Wonder Box on Chespin here. Let's do this. I mean, do we play even grass? I don't think so. Well, this is a Hatchrim already. Oh, you can't write in the bug report thing. You might need to accept pick a role first, I think. Under welcome, you might need to go to reports. Oh, also your bug is also was posted right now by Spanish Crow. Rock also got some changes. Is this, and I put the Miracle Seed here. Hey Timmy, turn this. Yeah. New patch, new patch. We'll see. Chespin. I don't know if we play Smolive. What was the other one? Oh, it was Orbital. Shroom is added. So we will look for Shroomish here to get the grass fighting going. Like we're looking for this guy and this guy and this guy. I mean, this guy would also be fun. Always take the bait. Always take the bait, yeah. Let's see. Oh, there's someone playing ground rocks. It has a lot of evolutions. Oh, they didn't even roll down. They just got them. Damn, that sucks. What do we do here? First of all, pick a berry. Second of all, looking for a gourmet, basically, I guess. We just put the berry. I just want to win, like... Oh, I want to win the next round, actually. Because we are win, losing, win, losing. Yeah, okay, we win the next round, okay. We don't have a consistent streak, which is kind of annoying, but... I have to play with what we get. Oh yeah, this is showing the new adjacent stuff. Nice. We got a new Pokemon, Nymble. We are not playing bugs and not playing dark. Also like that it's on top now instead of over like your whole board. Yeah, let's see what everyone is playing. Let's just take Phantom. Put the spoon on here for now. We got Dealing. Okay. I mean, it's for grass normal. Oh, there's a Dockler. Can we see the ability? It looks interesting. But it did not deal that much damage. I mean, it did deal damage overall, but... let's look for an evolution, maybe. Maybe I'm getting baited here. If I get another Chespin. Maybe I do look for it. I mean, why not? Why not? We will not look for a Smolive. Get a fossil. So we make another grass unit, 100%. So we get another Shroomish as well. This... Oh, there's a grass portal, a fighting portal, and a normal portal. Basically what I need. What do we get? What do we even want? I don't know. I don't want to go for rather fighting, so we should put Kapfu in instead of Flora Gato, I think. Put these items on here. Put it in the back, like a little bit. Torchic. I want to keep Eevee actually. Well, let's put in Torchic instead of Neckley. I forgot that Neckley is in. I should have switched that. Let's see. Chestnut is doing good amount of damage. Kapfu kills someone. Oh, there's a Dedenne. Dedenne. A small rodent. Okay, let's first put this in. I think this is the least important one. We can just give choice specs. We just make it like hard-hitting unit. Let's see what else we got. No Krogunk, okay. No Riolu. Oh, we got Snorlax as an option. Oh, Chestnut is doing good job. Our Kapfu can feel safe behind this guy, I guess. Get a Breloom as well, and we have the Miracle Seed. I should have, we can't get the Miracle Seed, I guess. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have put the, item... the item on, like not the choice specs on Kapfu. Should just kept a free slot for, like, Grass Stone. Maybe that was an option. We keep Dolliv in just for the funsies. I'm listening to your voice while folding my clothes. Thanks for beating the other voices inside my head. No problem, Mike. I will gladly be the voice inside your head. Or beat the voices inside your head. $19 rolls Chestnut. Okay, yeah, we got a good deal here. But this Azif is scary. And it will defeat our Pokemon, I think. Yeah. Our Berry didn't trigger. No, I keep Eevee on my bench. And we have to level. What do we have here? Ground. Oh yeah, I can show you ground now. Ground digs hole on board, so like these holes. And after 5 stages you get an item. Like standing on the same spot, you get an item. And game from 1 to 10, like based on the stage, like the depth, 1 to 5, 2 to 10, 3 to 15, and so on. Ooh, Deep Miner looks actually pretty good. Ground looks pretty nice to play. And my Chestnut is doing a ranged fiasco here. Well, this is a Flora team, okay. Are they also trying to go for grass? No, they don't know what they're doing. Okay, never mind. Yeah, they took a seed for a max revive. Disgusting. Let's put in Eevee. I should buy Chimchar as a synergy filler. Chimchar was nerfed, which is fine. We should use it as a synergy filler, maybe. If needed. And Kapfu gets the kill here. Let's go. And what is this? Darkness. It's single punch, yeah. Oh, I see a critical strike, dealing so much damage. Let's go. Muscle bands on here. Actually, I want this. And we just level. I feel like that's a good thing to do. We do this. Put the barrier on our Breloom to keep like a win streak. What nerf did Chimchar get? The ability Torment was decreased. Like at stage 2 it's 5 speed less, and at stage 3 it's 10 less. Oh yeah, our Urshifu is hitting so good. This is a very strong Urshifu. Do we have some of the fighting dark Pokemons? No. Sadly not. But our fighting grass team is holding itself here. I think the ground team will have more scaling, or better scaling, probably, but yeah, we'll see. Why have a single strike Urshifu? So yeah, it will just burst through everything. Bam! The Shinx go away. Oh, that was a wasted punch. But yeah, we got like a very tanky Chestnut that also did good amount of damage. And a Urshifu strike, which can just wreck like havoc, like wreak havoc at everyone. Also, I want this Miracle Seed. I do want Grass Stone. There's a Machop. There's a Mienfoo. There's a Grookey. Eevee, I don't need you anymore. Eevee, nope. Mienfoo over Torchic. Yeah, maybe I play Mienfoo over Torchic. I don't play those guys. Ah. Okay, I have the burn now in. Fine. This is Bug Poison team. Yeah. We do this, and I think we do this. I think we don't care about the human synergy. Let's just ignore it. Let's just pretend it doesn't exist. Also, now we got a good front line for our Pokemons. We got a Grookey in the back that provides us with shields and damage and speed. Now we got a good amount of tankiness and a good amount of damage. So I really like how our team is looking right now. Also, I think Dolliv does something. It does. Does it? Yeah. I mean, it gives Grass Field to other Pokemons, and Grass Field does, like, we look over it, increases damage dealt by Grass Pokemon by 20%. So we get a bit more damage. Hello, hello Hugo, how are you doing? I want to just say hello Potato. But hello Hugo, how are you doing? It's supposed to be more difficult, but my single strike Shifu is just hitting. I mean, grass fighting is so big. I mean, if I get a Virizion now, that would be insane. That's a shiny charm, isn't it? Yeah. But this Urshifu is crazy. We just buy this. First I can. Well, this portal will be huge. Shiny charm. A little bit of shiny charm. Yeah, you get this. Okay. Our goal is to go level 9 100% and to put in either 8 fighting or 7 grass. So 8 fighting would mean take out Dolliv and put in the fighting unit for it. And the fighting unit would be... I don't know what the fighting unit would be, actually. I still can get Chimchar. For... I mean, Pawmo, we can replace Pawmo with Torchic, actually. Put in Chimchar, put in... Timber. But yeah. I'm also doing good. I'm also doing good. Or we take matchup. My matchup does fit our team better than this guy. Oh, still. Oh yeah, Bounce Sweet is still around. Yeah, Bounce Sweet is still around, so we can replace this with Bounce Sweet and have 7 grass, 6 fighting, so 9. We can just put in Timbur and keep the team like it is now. Yeah, actually, yeah, true. Oh, you went shopping and ate in a Georgian restaurant in Paris. Oh, that's nice. Oh, this Azelf is annoying. I don't know what to do about the Azelf. Gummy. Oh, we can take a cooking pot. I think that's... Cooking pot or incense are the 2 best things we can get. Here is a Roggenrola, another new Pokemon, which looks like it can be like very interesting Pokemon. Very fun one. But yeah, we can cut those out. Bounce Sweet is still in the making. And this guy. Cooking pots, cooking pots. I'll give it just to match up. Oh no, we can give it to Virizion actually. Make it a bit tankier. Oh, this should be on Grookey actually. Oh, we got the grounds reroll team here. I don't know how strong we will be. Oh, yeah, okay, we decimate this team. Okay, never mind. I mean, Urshifu is dealing true damage, like 200 true damage per hit. So we should be that surprised. Actually, I want to look for Bone Sweets right now. For growing to level 9, so we have the 7 grass in and the Gourmet. He did 300 damage to Groudon even. Damn. Okay, that was just 5 grass, 3 Gourmet. And no, we keep, if we get Bounce Sweet, we have 7 Gourmet and, 7 grass, I mean, and 3 Gourmet. That's why I'm looking for it right now. Oh, we get another Grookey. Let's just roll down a little bit more. Not finding anything interesting. I mean, your team is looking kind of strong, yeah. 8 electric, 5 dragon. Oh, it's... Oh, you have the scaling team, yeah, yeah. The remaining ally. Let's give it a King's Rock. King's Rock was also buffed, so let's try it. I'm rage rolling kinda. Oh fuck, I was too slow. I was kind of rage rolling here because I didn't see it in so many rolls. Oh, Uxie. Oh, you got a Celebi as well. Damn. Uxie does so much damage but has 0 defensive stats. Yeah, I mean it has decent defensive stats actually. 12 and 10. I wouldn't call that bad. Giving dodge chance to this guy. Yeah, Uxie copying the Urshifu is kind of tough. Oh, my Urshifu getting one shot is also kind of tough. Oh, this is Zekrom, yeah. Yeah, I don't have access to your backline. Or I do have access, but my Pokemons do not get there. Grass. Punching Glove. Actually, I think this was better. Position like this. Punching Glove on... put this on you. Can I get like a Grookey evolution very quick? Oh, there was 2 bounce suites. Okay, yeah, I just missed that. Yeah, the monster team, the monster ground team does not have time to scale against us, so that's very nice. Also giving Urshifu the dodge chance, so he can wiggle around a little bit. I really like that. This is a scary team. This team we beat. Yeah, it's literally one punch mon, yeah. Bam! When Call begins to hold an allies Jason in the same row, receive 20% of their max HP and shields will protect. Sad, I don't have items for Grookey, which is kinda annoying. Also, I take too much time thinking, and now I roll past everything again. I need to roll here in between rounds. Chestnut is still doing a very good job, actually. I mean, I lose here, probably. Oh, you got a Luxray. Damn. I didn't see that you got a Luxray. Sheesh. Okay, never mind. But yeah, I think grass fighting seems to be back. So, if you guys enjoy the game, leave a like, subscribe, and pray that I do not play grass fighting too much. See ya. Okay, grass fighting is back. I do love it. Also, it's so easy. It was so easy to play. I think maybe getting Smolive, like something else than Smolive might be an idea, but I did like giving chance to this guy. Grookey upgrade and this upgrade would have been nice, especially because I rolled past this several times and I should have gotten this. I should have gotten these upgrades, so that would still be a very close fight against these teams. Against this team. This team is easy. This was piss easy, to be honest. Ground monster. Who cares? You got 3 in one shot. You got... Okay, you got 3 Shinxes in one shot. That's crazy. Yeah, I will do one Pokegesser, because I haven't done a Pokegesser today. Oh, Ninjask. Just for the funsies. It's an epic. It's Slack Off. It's Slack Off. Let's go. And we end stream. I just wanted to do a patch rundown. And maybe play a game. I did do a patch rundown. I did play a game. So I'm off. See you guys next stream. Which will be tomorrow. So I will be streaming tomorrow. In the morning. So 10 AM CEST. Thank you, Curry, and also have a nice rest of the day. And I hope not too many problems with the bugs and people complaining and crying. So see you guys, bye bye.